And then it was my turn. I had the officer get out of the witness box, get down in the middle of the floor, and I was going to have him demonstrate the field sobriety test. So it went something like this. Well, officer, let's kind of show the people what you just talked about on direct examination. Come on out here. And I looked at the judge, and in California, it's at the judge's discretion on demonstrative evidence, demonstration. So he gets down there, and I said, let's do the one-legged stand. He goes, sure. Officer, stand with your feet together, arms at your side, and when I tell you to begin, you're going to choose a leg and raise it approximately 6 inches, blah, 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 blah. I give him the full instructions. He says, okay. I say, you understand? Yes, he does. So I say, ready, begin. So he lifts his leg, and doesn't get better than this. He lifts his leg, and he's got a slight knee bend in his other stationary leg. So that's a trick. I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. He goes, what? I go, got a bend in your knee. And I said, that's a trick, isn't it? I said, did they teach you that at the academy? No, I just, my leg wasn't so. Well, that's one way you could really become stable, right? And he goes, well, it is one way. All right, let's do it again. Ready, begin. So he starts the test. He puts his foot down twice, and he's swaying a little bit. And we get to 30 seconds. I said, now, officer, you just testified earlier that a person with no alcohol in their body is not going to have any problems with doing these field sobriety tests, right? You remember that conversation you had with the district attorney? He goes, yeah. I said, well, you put your foot down twice and you swayed more than 2 inches. I said, that's 2 clues under your one-legged stand. He goes, yeah. I said, are you impaired? Do you got any alcohol in your body? And that was it for that line of questioning, but you get the point.